The Iditarod is a long-distance dog sled race in Alaska, whereas the CHIDITAROD is, well, let's ask this guy. Devin, tell us what we're about to witness.
What you're about to witness is the 18th annual CHIDITAROD, which is a costume shopping cart race, bar crawl, beauty pageant, food drive, talent show, chaos generator.
It's too much to even almost say in one sentence.
We're a parody on the Alaskan Iditarod.
I figured that out.
Instead of the dogs, we have the humans. Instead of the sleds, we have the shopping carts, the costumed adorned shopping carts. Because instead of the frozen tundra, we have the normally frozen streets of Chicago.
How many teams are there?
This year we have 60 teams, and each team has 5 people, 4 dogs pulling the shopping cart, 1 musher running behind it. So we have 300 racers this year.
In Iditarod, if you lose a dog, you're disqualified. Is that the same thing here?
You got to finish with the same people. No dog left behind at CHIDITAROD.
What are the rules? They got to bring 69 pounds of food with them, right?
Yes. So at its core, the CHIDITAROD is a fundraiser and a food drive, and each team has to come to the starting line with a minimum of 69 pounds.
Why
of food.
69? Why not round it off to 70?
Well, why not 69?
All of that food goes to the Greater Chicago Food Depository.
It occurs to me that you could really build up your 69 pounds by having all cans. That's heavier.
Exactly.
Here's your food, ready to be donated. You don't have to run the race with this food. You give it away at the beginning, right?
Yeah, and well, we also are going to probably bust into a can of beans before because we're kind of hungry, but yeah.
What's the theme of the team?
We are CHIDITAROD because we are a roller coaster.
Can you reenact a roller coaster right now? What about art carts? I've heard about this.
They're usually larger, slower,
More people.
more interactive.
Aliens are real.
So CHIDITAROD, in the spirit of Chicago, has elements of bribery, where you can bribe the judges for slight amounts of time off.
There's also sabotage. Teams are actually able to set, oh, that's a bribe. The Dilly Partons.
Absolutely.
That's right.
So it's a mixture of Dolly Parton and dill pickles. Is that
That's right.
Would you like a pickleback shot?
Is that your bribe?
Courtesy of the Dilly Partons.
Has it got actual alcohol in there?
Yes. Vodka and pickle juice.
We're corking this street proper so everyone can run and with all the glory they need to.
But once they get off into the course, they're on the sidewalk, right?
That's right. After we have our epic starting line, they go to the sidewalk.
Safety first.
Safety third.
Each team has a different route to take to get to the finish, right? It's 5 different bars.
That's right. We got about 12 or 13 routes, so we balance all the teams between the 5 checkpoints, so no checkpoint is overly crowded at any one time.
Once they get to the bar, they got to stay for 25 minutes, don't they?
Yeah, that's right. So each of the checkpoints is an immersive experience run by a dedicated team of volunteers who come back year after year. They'll have games and activities to participate in the checkpoints.
The Irish Nobleman Pub was the first checkpoint we visited, where the theme seemed to be Alice in Wonderland. Well, this is your first checkpoint. You got to stay here for 25 minutes, right?
Yeah.
You guys going to play the games they've got in there?
We will. I'll be taking a nap.
I am Moss. I am a cicada killer wasp, which lives underneath the ground.
Who's the musher and who are the dogs?
I am the musher.
How do you make your dogs go fast? You obviously don't have a whip of any kind.
Motivation with gummy worms and fortified dirt today.
Fortified dirt.
Correct.
Back on the street, the race was in full swing, but nobody seemed to be in too much of a hurry.
We haven't gotten sabotaged yet. A while back, a couple years ago, a couple people got handcuffed together.
Dirty play.
And, it's creative. You got to hand it to them.
Yeah. Have you sabotaged anyone?
We've never done a sabotage. It's never really kind of been our.
Why not, Bonnie?
Well, I think we're just all here to have a good time.
Let's keep it fun, shall we?
We have a whole team of master judges who are roaming around here, roaming around the checkpoints, and who all meet in a secret, undisclosed location prior to the awards ceremony to choose who wins and who loses.
Let's not rush into any judgments
I'm not
right
judging
now.
anything yet. Yeah, no, I'm judging nothing right now. We'll see.
Okay,
I'm
to put-
hoping this is a safe place to start stacking up the bribes that we get, but we'll see.
Our next checkpoint was Phyllis's Musical Inn, which had a decidedly Sergeant Pepper vibe.
Our team name is the Teenage Mutant Tina Turners.
Are you a musher or a dog?
You know, I like to switch roles, so every once in a while I try this, sometimes I try the other.
You go both ways.
I go both ways. Yeah, it's the only way to go.
When you mush, how do you get your dogs to go faster?
Consensual light taps, I would say.
You don't whip them with anything, do you?
I might, actually.
Really?
I do. I have a green whip in here somewhere.
We're brunch on the go.
What is the biggest challenge out there? Is it steering around all the obstacles?
I would say it's the potholes in Chicago, unfortunately.
They're deadly. Has anybody tried to sabotage you yet?
Repercussions will be harsh and immediate.
Any mishaps so far?
The front of the cart fell off. We had to fix it midways, but we came back even
Was
stronger.
it sabotage?
No. Poor construction.
Did you guys ever imagine actually doing the real Iditarod in Alaska, or is that a crazy idea?
Absolutely. I've done it 8 times. Dave over here has done it 6, and
You're lying to my face.
absolutely I am.
After the 5 checkpoint bars had been negotiated, all that remained was the finish line. And the first team to cross it was the provocatively named Shaggin' Wagon. We encountered them in the first flush of victory. The Shaggin' Wagon are winners.
Yes. We can't believe it. We couldn't have done it without this beautiful horse. His name is Glue Stick. We've been training for a couple days now.
I hate to say this, guys, but a lot of the teams don't seem all that competitive. They don't seem that interested in winning. You guys were, obviously.
Yeah, the lack of motivation is really disappointing, especially because this is for charity.
Do you win any money? What's the prizes?
There's no prize, but what's great about it is that we were raising a bunch of money and
We got a ribbon.
A ribbon? That's something. In addition to ribbons for everyone, dozens of awards were handed out at the final ceremony that night. Among the winning teams were 2 of our favorites, the Teenage Mutant Tina Turners and the unforgettable Dilly Partons. After all the food was weighed and funds counted, 300 participants collected 9,500 pounds of food and raised $140,000 to fight food insecurity in Chicago.